Welcome to a weekly word. I'm Ryann Jagger, one of the youth directors at Gloria Dei. Laura Boicey and I have the privilege of working with our youth every week for the past 4 years, I think. This past March, we took a small group to an annual Youth Lead Training Conference put on by the Missouri Synod in St. Louis. And while we were there, we asked our group of girls a few questions about our youth ministry, how it has impacted them, and what it means to them. And this video will show you a little bit of how they think and how they feel about our ministry and how it has helped to shape their teen years.
Can you hear me from over there?
Yeah! Go!
Why is it important?
I don't know why!
It balances our lives!
Why is it important to you guys and as individual teenagers right now?
I think in a world where faith and religion is not openly talked about, it gives us an outlet and a community to speak openly about not only our faith but our problems and listen to other people's opinions and get input on how to maneuver through life in a godly way.
Your future self. Why is right now being in this ministry important for your future self?
Because it helps us build our faith while we're younger, and that's a foundation that'll last hopefully all the way through your life. And it gives you a basis for forming groups in college that do the same thing. I think with that though, it's also a growing thing. Although we've learned so much from our youth ministry, there's still so much that we can still learn. And having that foundation of people that you can always go back to is really comforting. And knowing years from now, I can still come back to any of you and talk to you about it. And so we can pass what we learned on to the next generation. Yeah.
And who is the next generation?
Our kids, probably.
Anyone young?
Yeah, like you said, you were going to touch people in the future generation. Who is that future generation?
I think it could be just as small as the middle schoolers that we work with monthly and at certain events, and helping them realize how much faith can change your life. I mean, it changed mine a lot in high school, and I think I really hit a turning point with my faith in high school. I don't know about you guys, but teaching them now and hoping to get them excited about God, I think is something that I really look forward to. I think all of us want kids in the future and want our kids to grow up in the faith. And I hope that we can keep the youth ministry alive so that they can grow up in an amazing environment like we did.
How has your youth group affected your daily life? How has it helped you? How has it strengthened you in living outside of the church?
I mean, I definitely grew my faith when I came to this church because I switched churches. I don't know if that's because I got older. I was definitely younger at the other church, and when you get older, you grow more into your faith. But having a strong youth program, which is what we were looking for, definitely helped me to become stronger in my faith because it felt less odd. I felt like when I was at my other church, we were youth and we were Christians, but when I came here, I get to come to places like Youth Lead and the mission trips and national youth gatherings where you meet hundreds of youth who have faith, and it just really emboldens that fact that this is something that you share with all of these people.
Yeah, I kind of agree with her. I felt when I was coming in that I've been at this church forever, but coming into the high school youth group, that it was so I felt so alone in my faith, and I felt like being a Christian was odd and kind of out of the ordinary, and not many people were open about it, and finding people who want to live their life through Christ and live for Christ was eye-opening in the fact that I could surround myself with those kind of people and know that I'm not alone. And also, shout out to our youth directors, because they have helped us realize, like, it doesn't have to be this big show of being a Christian. Like, living your everyday life, it's through the choices, the little choices you make that seem like nothing, that can really help lead your life with Christ. And it's those little decisions that really make up the person you are.
Sunday's my favorite day of the week. And like having that group of people that share your faith and everything is really important. And Sunday's my favorite day of the week. And having the group of people that like share your same faith is really important. And like in high school, middle school, friends come and go and everything, but having that solid group at church, like, you know, they're always going to be there no matter what. So if you have something that you're dealing with, something that you want to talk about, they're always going to be there for you. And you know that they share your same beliefs. So it's like, you don't have to worry about whether their answer is right or wrong. You all just, I don't know, it's a good group.
I like to show up even when I'm stressed. People like to tell me I can just say no to events, but I never want to say no to coming to youth. I don't care how much homework I have that night. It's always a really good, fun time where I can just relax and grow with people who have the same faith as me.
So some of you said that prior to youth group or prior to coming to the church, your faith was difficult, let's say, or not full or whole.
We were lukewarm. Yeah.
Lukewarm, yeah, good description. So how do you feel now that you have experienced a healthy youth group and a healthy youth ministry? How do you feel now that you have that?
I feel like I was like half in, half out, because a lot of the people that I were friends with were not involved in faith like at all pretty much, but I knew that I wanted to be, but I was kind of like playing both sides. So then once I started coming to youth group every Sunday, going to the events and everything, and getting to know everyone, getting closer with everyone, then I was like, oh, okay, like these are the people I want to be around. And yeah.
All right. There's a lot of great youth group memories. One of my favorite was the first year I was in high school youth group, getting the younger kids into the youth group where we like do the induction ceremony. That's a lot of fun. I can't disclose that information because it's secret. That's awesome. And then I like a lot of the big combined groups, so like laser tag when we used to do our senior send off. And yeah, the first 2113 was pretty awesome.
My favorite youth memory is definitely the missions trip as a whole, but I think the night that it was just our youth group washing each other's feet was definitely my favorite. I think we all connected a lot that night, especially people who were not as close with the youth group. I think it was really eye-opening to realize that God is on the same level as us, and he doesn't think he's better than us, and he wants the best for us. And I think that's my favorite.
My favorite memory is on the mission trip in Tennessee. We were working at a homeless shelter, serving food, and I remember everyone being really nervous because we didn't really know how to talk to them or anything. I don't know, it was just kind of a weird thing. We were worried about it. But then we were serving food and everything, having a lot of good conversation with these people, and then out of nowhere we were all like singing and dancing and just having a lot of fun, and it was like we became friends with these people. And then later on we actually saw them in the community, and they would like stop and say hi to us, and we'd talk and stuff. So yeah.
What does youth ministry mean to you?
No.
Shenanigans. Ew, I got bird poop.
That is the importance of youth ministry.
Okay, give us a countdown.
Go. Thank you for your time in listening to how the youth ministry at Gloria Dei has impacted these young lives and continues to impact these lives. Thank you for all of your generous support, and whether that's through prayer or money or helping out at our events and activities, it is truly, truly appreciated, and it truly makes a difference, as you can see from this video. Thank you again for your time, and I pray that you all have a blessed week.